Good day, everybody. This is BA Radiant Dawn, and I am bringing to you a brand new video series, top 10 units from each game that are not yet in Fae. And today, I will be covering the top 10 units that people voted for that are from Shadow Dragon / FE1 / other stuff too. But these are all the ones that are covered for FE1. And considering I've only played the game once myself, I brought myself along an expert. You guys know him. He's been on this channel before. This is my good buddy Apollo8.
Hey guys, good to see you. I'm glad to be here. I love FE11, so I'm glad to help explain whatever needs explaining.
The first one is Mr. Lorenz. So I know from
man.
Yeah, he looks so cool. He's such a coolie design. Like, if a Shadow Dragon got a better art style, I want to say, he would look so badass.
He looks awesome, yeah. The eye patch, the big armor, the blazing white hair. It's amazing.
Oh my god, he's just an older Har.
He truly is.
So I know he enters the game as a general, and
Yep.
he comes in with the base kit of a lance and a bow, and he's an armor unit. So I wonder, like, which do you think he might end up being, a lance armor or a bow armor? Like, which do you think?
I would love to see him as a bow armor, but I could easily see him as either a sword or a lance armor, because in FE1 / FE3, actually no, just FE1, he generals in that game, he's the only general that you can recruit, because knights in that game can't promote into generals, and in those games knights use swords. So he could be a pretty cool sword armor, I guess. That would add some variety to the pool.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah. And like, he looks so amazing. Can you imagine his art in Fae?
Oh man, I hope
notch.
Soida Ipe draws him. Dorcas's artist, that would be so good.
Yes. Next up is Roshea, who have never even heard of, so you're gonna have to...
Yeah, for sure. Roche, I'm sure you know Hardin. He's part of Hardin's crew.
Okay.
He's very, very forgettable. He has, like, I think literally 0 voice lines, or speech lines.
Speech bubbles.
apart from his death quote, of course. He's very bad, but he'd be funny to have in Heroes, I guess. He could be a lance cab or something like that. It'd be cool.
Yeah, he comes in with an iron lance and an iron sword, so he could be either or, sword or lance cab.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty neat. But, like, we got so many of them.
I guess I would place him as, if you lost Cain or Abel, then he would make a fine replacement.
Okay. Next up, on the 8th spot, we got Caesar.
Oh yeah. Caesar. Do you know anything about Caesar?
I know he's a mercenary, and I know how Fae treats mercenaries by giving them axes for whatever stupid reason.
Every time. So we call him... we who play Shadow Dragon, we call him Steel Sword, and his buddy Rad is Iron Sword, because that's the equipment they come with.
Oh, okay.
They are also quite forgettable, I will say. But Caesar's a cool guy. He's, like you said, probably going to come with an axe, because that's how they do mercenaries in this game.
Yeah, they do them dirty is what they do. They basically turn them into heroes, realistically.
Fire Emblem Heroes, at its finest.
Yes. You're a mercenary? Nah, we're gonna make you a hero because we can. Next up is Castor, and he's weird because he's technically... Like, what's the difference between a hunter and an archer?
Okay. Yeah, so I guess how I would put it is that archers are treated as, generally speaking, just worse, because archers have 5 move, less attack, less speed, and a little more defense, whereas hunters have more attack, more speed, a little bit less defense, and they get a mount upon promotion.
Oh,
so
wow.
Castor has quite possibly the potential to be a blue or maybe red bow-cav. That would add something cool to the pool.
That really would, because yeah, we don't have many of those. Actually, red or blue bow-cav. I don't think we have any.
We don't. We have.
We have green,
I don't think so.
We have green bow-cavs. I know that. Huh, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on that. I'm curious now. And
has a lot of potential.
Yeah, definitely. Anna.
Yeah, the classic Anna.
Shadow Dragon Anna.
So Shadow Dragon Anna is actually not playable. She appears in one house, and you have to speak to her in order to recruit her boyfriend. So So
Jake!
I have no idea. Yeah, Jake. It's Jake. I have no
Silence,
idea
that's
what she would be as a unit. It would be kind of funny.
I mean, they made her a lance infantry for the Awakening or
Yeah,
the
for Awakening.
the
Yeah, it was
DLC
Awakening.
version.
Match
It's weird.
Apotheosis.
Yeah, but like, yeah, because it's a Shadow Dragon, there's reclassing. She could literally be anything, and it would make sense.
Yeah,
Mage,
it
sure.
would make perfect sense.
Mathis, who's another Cav who comes in with an Iron Lance, I do believe.
Yes, indeed. The classic Mathis. So he's what we call fresh squeezed bench juice. He's quite easily the worst unit in the game.
Oh my.
But, maybe they would reclass him or something. I don't know. He would be a prime example of, showcasing the reclass ability because he can become anything and still be bad, but it's funny to use him.
So what I'm thinking is he might end up being like a 4-star demote kind of a thing.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, honestly, I could see Mathis being put in as like a 3-star who's not even on the banner.
Yeah, they've done that a few times, right?
Yeah, they did with Bantu and Ross.
It's been a while, but
yeah.
Our boy Etzel, who is a sorcerer, which is weird because he comes in with Elfire, so I'm thinking maybe he'd be like a red infantry.
Probably. He's not your standard like Garnif type, wherein high attack, high res. He's actually a little bit more defensive with some good speed. So he would be a good mix up on the red tome infantry guys that we always get.
Okay. So he'd be like a jack of all trades, master of none kind of idea with the stat line, where he's got solid stats all around, maybe more defense than res, solid speed, solid attack. Okay.
Perhaps a power creep of Summer Lawrence or something.
Yeah. Oh, we don't get Etzel in a Speedo? Oh, shame.
Rip, I want that.
In third place is our boy Medeus, who is an Earth Dragon.
Yep, he is, of course, I guess it's spoilers, quote-unquote, but he's the final boss of the game, so he would have to be like a legendary or a mythic hero, I would say.
Yeah, I have a mythic hero probably written down. I'm thinking like maybe like a colorless infantry or colorless armor dragon.
Yeah, I think both of those would fit him very well. He's basically just a wall of stats in the game. Like, you actually cannot not put Marth into battle with him and Marth survive. It's impossible for Marth to survive a round with him.
Oh wow, so that's rough.
It would be interesting to see that perhaps played out in Heroes.
He'd probably have like the highest defense stat in the game, probably when he gets released.
Probably. He'd be a great far save candidate, and he would get Dragon Ball too.
Yes. Next up is Nina, who is not a character in Shadow Dragon, but is in FE12/New Mystery.
Yep, in those games, so in Shadow Dragon, she is not playable. She follows you around for the entire story, and her map model displays as a Sage. So she would likely be a Sage, if it's going off of her FE11 form. If it's going off her FE12 form, she doesn't appear until like the very end of the game, and she's a bishop.
Yeah, she comes in like the second last chapter with like a Thoron and a Fortify.
Yeah.
So like
she would probably be like a healer if I had to imagine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is probably a healer, or like a blue mage, possibly.
Her personality is one of not really enjoying combat much at all. She likes to stay out of it, but she could become a solid healer. Maybe back up her boy Camus.
That'd be so cool. And the last one is Wolf, who is a horseman. That's like the Shadow Dragon equivalent of like a nomadic trooper or whatever.
Yeah, nomad or ranger. Yep.
Yeah.
This would be effectively what Castor would promote into. However, Wolf and his friend Sedgar are quite famous in FE11 because they have absolutely outrageous growth rates. Like, they have some of the best growth rates in the series, kind of on par with Manicheets from previous games.
Dang.
Yeah, they're insane. They are also a fantastic option when it comes to reclassing, because any class you reclass them into, they will get more or less growths. So, for example, Wolf here will have basically 100% defense growth if you turn him into a general. Or if you make him a hero, he'll have like 85% strength and 90% speed. So
insane.
He's really, really good. So he would be a very good example of somebody who I could see getting reclassed and being, I could see like maybe a Spurn or somebody like that, like maybe introduce a new skill.
Yeah.
Because he would be very fitting for it.
Yeah, and he comes in with a sword and a bow, so he could be
Mhm.
either or. More than likely, I want to say bow, because he has a bow in his
Yeah,
artwork
probably.
right there, right?
Yeah,
But, like,
he's a horseman, so
yeah.
he would probably be like perhaps a cab archer with like insane stats or something. Maybe on par with Legendary Leaf.
Yeah. And you said he was really popular because of his high gross, and that's probably why he's number 1 on the most wanted unit from Shadow Dragon that's not yet in Fae.
That would make sense. He and Sedgar are probably the most used units in that game, and people have built a lot of loving memories with them.
Is Setgar in Fae?
Sedgar is not yet in Fae. Actually, that could be kind of an interesting play on it. They could make Sedgar and Wolf a duo unit because they are really good friends.
Yes.
They have a lot of history together, even though they don't really have that many voice lines.
Mhm.
They're pretty rich in character, so it would be a good play on that.
One thing I find interesting is the fact that Wolf made number 1 spot, and Setgar is not even on the list yet. I think he's like number 12 or 13 on the Choose Your Legends poll, so that's interesting.
Yep. With so like Roche, Wolf is part of Hardin's crew. He's
Mhm.
actually the leader of Hardin's crew, apart from Hardin himself, of course.
Makes sense with those
They call
growth
him-
rates.
Yeah, they call them the Wolf Guard, so that's probably why he got the top spot.
That's fair. And I want to think that, like, if they were to get alts instead, they could literally make them anything and make sense. Like, you want to make Wolf a sage, sure. Like,
It works. Yep.
Shadow Dragon's just the kind of game with reclassing where you can make the units literally anything, even as alts, and it would make sense because it's Shadow Dragon. Like,
absolutely. It's always a lot of fun to play with the reclassing in that game. There's unlimited potential, and so that could carry over to the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely, for sure. Yeah, that's it for the Shadow Dragon coverage. Anything you'd like to add there, fella?
Well, I was gonna say something about adding Kain, but they already have Kain. Maybe give Kain an alt. I would be happy with that.
Oh, Kain ult, and it would have like Wings of Mercy 4 or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be lovely.
He could just teleport. Doesn't matter if HP. HP doesn't matter anymore. He could just teleport.
Perfect. I love it.
That'd be amazing. So yeah, this is it for for this video. Like I said, this is gonna be a mini series. I'm gonna bring on my boy Apollo 8 for the next one as well, because it's covering New Mystery / FE12.
Yeah. FE3 Book 2.
Yeah, FE3 Book 2 / FE12, and it gets complicated. But I've not even touched that game. Apparently, Apollo has. He's played the heck out of it.
Yep.
So
I love it.
We'll get to see him for the next video too. And I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, especially to Afolo as well. And special thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much for having me.
And yeah, this is BA Radio Dawn signing off with
Apollo 8, your favorite Wolf Girl enthusiast.
Yeah, he is. Okay, see you guys. Have a good day.
Later.